What's happening, everybody? Real Master. Welcome to kind of a tutorial of Sons of the Forest. I haven't really done a tutorial thing in a while, but I've had a lot of questions about where to find the shovel and zipline, where I got that thing at, and then a couple other things. But I figured I would do this because it kind of tells you on how to open up a lot of the map basically after you do it. You can pretty much go almost anywhere after that. But you either come down here on the beach, up in the mountain, up in like the top of the map right there, and then over at the far right cave, somewhere right around there, I think in the forest. Those are the three I've seen. But you need to go to those three caves basically. One where the eye is, one where that guy is, and one right here. And each one of these caves has an item you need, but you need to go in order in a sense. You can't go to the one by the cold zone right away because you need the zipline and the rebreather. So we're going to go get the first one, which is the rebreather, and you can do it right away. This is the tactic that I've used so far. Either going with a flare, going with your lighter, or going with a torch. We're gonna go with the torch because I feel like it'll be a little bit easier for you guys to see things. So just light this thing real quick, then we should just be able to run. And that's my best suggestion for this, is simply make it out of here in pretty much no issues. I mean, you may get smacked once or twice, so going in full health, full food, and all that stuff so you can sprint as much as you can is probably the best. But just coming in here, just sprinting on through. Seems like it works. I tested it once. I played a little bit of co-op as well. But yeah, this after getting the shovel, it seems like almost everything's opened up to you. But this is the first room you got to worry about. There's a bunch of things in here. As long as you kind of just bob and weave through them, though. I mean, they don't seem to follow too much. And then you can go to the right, go to the left. The left is where you want to go. Right does take you to a whole bunch of stuff, but it does dead end and it forces you to come back this way. And you just kind of keep following this way, and it will take you again into another super dangerous room of gigantic darkness. Just try to keep running forward, or hugging the wall. That's always my tactic in any type of game. If you kind of hug a wall and you stick to that wall, you can generally get yourself out. Plus, in here, anything in here can't quite attack you super easily while your stamina gets back up. And then you just keep running and keep going. And then crawl through here so nothing can follow you. But then, yeah, continue across this path, continue down here, and down in here, I think you can, yeah, run all the way around the side. Because otherwise you fall in the water and you can't get out super easily, other than on that side way over there. You can pick up a rebreather right here. And there's a couple other things, obviously, you can pick up. I'm not going to do it now because I'm much further ahead than this in the actual game, but I did come back so I can record this part. And then go underwater, directly where you got it. And this basically takes you back out of the cave. So it's just a matter of grabbing this thing and then working your way back out. So it's, I don't know, I didn't feel like this one was super hard. First time I came in here, yes, absolutely terrifying. But after that, I mean, really just, yeah, running through there. There's a bunch of the, I'm not even sure what you would call them. I call them the finger guys. They just have, look like their entire front is made of fingers. Then there is some other threats in there as well. I can't remember which one it was. But, yeah, just running through seems to be the best option. And then you just come out here to be blinded by the lights because you're out in the ocean. Just hanging out here. And then we just have to basically, I don't know how I'm holding a lighter right now, but that, sure. Basically, just swim to shore. There is sharks, so you don't want to hang out in the deep water too long, because I imagine that they can nip you in the butt. Then basically from here, we go to our map, and mouse button, open it up, and then we need to go way over to the right-hand side, top right-hand side cave first. So we can't get in the other cave yet without the other thing, which is the zipline. So I'll see you over there once I get over there. Alright, so we are over here, which is by where I think the forest drop is, basically, where it ends up dropping you in the forest. So, and then the top left corner is where we were. And if you drop over here, that my best suggestion would be come to this cave first, because this or the respirator can be done in either order, so that one doesn't really matter. But we'll go into this cave now. And I just ran straight here. The only thing I ever had to fight the whole way was literally outside this cave somebody showed up. So it's easily accessible to get here. Just light this thing up. This one actually gives you everything you need to make a torch too. if you want to do that, come in through a torchway. So it's kind of nice to come this one first. And then we just kind of run down this path. It's a very similar thing in nature. We kind of just run. It's the best way to get through. Just run in here. Listen to horrible sounds from the creatures inside. See these guys right here? You just follow this path down into here. And it does kind of like pop up lights, I think, throughout the whole thing. So it kind of makes it a little bit easier to follow track onto where you need to go. Which, you find this wonderful creature. Luckily, they give you exactly what you need to deal with said wonderful creature. So, we got ourselves a nice explosive. Stick that explosive over there in the corner. Hope to not get murdered by that guy. Get blown up by it. No, he didn't. Let me run through here. Can I? Oh god. Oh, okay. Yep. Nope. I really hope at some point they have hotkeys. Yeah, run through here. Try not to get smacked a whole bunch. You can fight if you really want to, but I'm choosing the path of passiveness, kind of. You don't have a choice in the last thing. Then comes the fun part of the little bit more tricky, where you kind of want to go through this because there's a lot of stuff in here that wants to hurt you. These big guys are right there. Kind of just keep running in a straight line down throughout this giant tunnel. Towards the light, basically. Follow the light. I mean, that's the best way that I can put it. Just keep following the light and following the wall at the same time. Because the wall will lead you to where you want to go. Also, again, just like last time, using this to your advantage to try to let your stamina go back up if it needs to go up. Come in full, fed, all that jazz. I did not necessarily get everything good. So I don't have the complete sprint, but it's fine. Everything is fine. And just like before, keep following the light. Keeps taking you through, all the way through. And right through here. I mean, I guess following the water also helps. But yeah, into another gigantic room. So it's kind of hard to tell where you're going. But again, this right here, this little trail, kind of take you straight on through until the light shows up. And then you basically have a shot as to where you need to go. Again, there are tons of things chasing after you in here. That's the small side. There's much bigger in there. So to continue just running, generally you're fine. I think they end up getting caught mostly on that, at least the big ones, because they can't crawl through there or fit through there. And up here you gotta just kind of just do a little jump to avoid all this. And keep on trekking. Nice and easy. I don't know if things will change. I mean, this is on normal difficulty. The harder difficulty, obviously you get hit, it's gonna hurt a lot more. But it seems like it's a pretty smooth method. Like, you don't have to worry about too much. Everything just kind of goes nice and easy as you're going through it all. Then don't go the way that I went, because this is a dead end. Okay, didn't even need that. Put that away. Well, if you want lore, there's lore up there. I went the wrong way. I knew it was towards the gold. So we followed this through here. Gets through some weird, gross nastiness. Keep on trucking. Crawl through this little bit. I knew I took a wrong turn. And just run through here. Get to more light. I mean, you can pass through everything. Just keep following this to the end. Takes you some more light. I believe this is where you get the zipline. You get the zipline out of here, and you got all that stuff following you. All you gotta do, zipline onto this, which I will warn you down here. I would probably, yeah, I don't know if we can see him. There is an enemy down there. So you do want to be fast on your feet about either fighting it off or continuously running down this pathway. But yeah, you basically have the zipline now. You have the rebreather, and it's just a matter of getting out of the cave alive. Which, as long as you keep going forward, again, find your way out pretty quickly. This one takes you to a different spot, if I remember right, though. Kind of, it's not marked on the map. So, I mean, theoretically, you could go back in there and fight that thing if you really wanted to. It's not far from the cave entrance, but it is a different cave entrance. So now that we have both of these, we can go out here and we can go up to basically kind of right by the cave that's by the eye. I'm intentionally not picking anything up so you can see the symbols on the map. And that is where we get our shovel, and I will see you over there in a second. I would always slap up like a shelter or something to save your game before you go into these. That way you don't accidentally like lose something or like die in there. You know, like I said, on harder mode, I'm sure you get hit and you'd probably take a lot more damage, if not get killed one hit by those big dudes. So, yeah, just slap down a shack real quick, chop down a tree, super easy, and I'll see you over at the other one. Alright, so we are over by the last spot, which is where we get the shovel at. There's also a modern axe that is relatively close to here, that's just kind of down more towards where the eye is on the map. But this is where we need to go in here. I built a little shelter, like I said. It's always best to do that just in case, you know, you accidentally choose, or you choose the wrong path. I don't know if that's really the right way to put it, but it does work, because you can go the wrong way in here. I do believe there are several directions you can take. In here, this is going to be a similar thing of where we just run. Just pretty much be the fastest way to get out of here. And light this torch, because this is the best way. Feel that you guys can see what we're doing. So when you come in here the first time, you're basically greeted with just a dead end down here. There's nowhere for you to go. So there's a zip line right here. Take this thing over, drops you down here, and it's like, oh sweet, you can get down here with the zip line. But then you need to swim. So in order for that, we have the respirator, which is what we got. So we just swim down here, swim down into the deep down, and back around and under, and then go back up. It's still, obviously you need to make sure to have the oxygen and everything for it, but if this is all you've done so far, you shouldn't have a problem with it. I think there's easily enough way to get through here with one tank. And along this path, I'm pretty sure there's also several oxygen tanks you can pick up in some of these areas if you search through everything. I believe there's literally one right here. It's also a swimsuit, so it makes it so you can not be affected so much by cold. Then just kind of run on through, avoiding everybody like just pretty much we have done at this point. Hop on here, forces you down a wonderful fun slide. Down into this area down here. Then you just simply gotta find your way out of the water. There we go. So we're down here now. Again, it's kind of the same. I feel like there's a lot of it comes down to just following the light. Again, you want to make sure that you are fully fed and anything else that you could possibly do. Keep yourself so you have the most amount of stamina so you can run. I did not think this through when I slept. I lowered it down. Luckily, I was prepared from everything we've found so far. And obviously there's more stuff you can grab from right there. Then we just keep running down here, following the light as we go. Obviously more threats are all around us, but just keep on running forward, following the light. Also, I think the gold is also kind of a good pathway to tell you if you're on the right track. So I feel like this is just like the other one, where following the gold takes you pretty much directly where you need to go. There is items and stuff in here, but this is another room where you have all of the horrible creatures trying to murder you. So just running straight through seems like the best plan. You want to avoid getting hurt. I do feel like this is the one where I got hit the most when I tried this myself, so definitely want to get to a safe place as quickly as you can. Things probably can't get through, and you can heal yourself if you need to, which is what we're gonna do right now real quick. Let that thing flow through, and then just continue on our path and try not to get hit again. So we swim through another chunk of water. Again, like I said, I think this is what I mean by I think you have enough oxygen. You can get through here with one tank, no problem. That's even if you take your time going slowly. Because I don't believe there's another place we need to run through after this. That's water. Oh, God. Ow. This is why I suggest healing before you get here. Especially since this is one that's like a lot more tricky, because once you get down here, it basically dead ends and forces you to go back. So the shovel is directly behind this guy. Just grab the shovel right off of him, and then we just continue trucking down the thing and hoping not to die. The nice thing about all this is if you have not died in a long period of time, it actually takes you, when you get knocked out, back to the entrance of the cave. So really, this is the fastest way to actually get all of it. There is another thing though, if you want to make it back without this. I will go to that right now. So, on your way back to the slide room, where you slid down into, there's this thing that pops up out of the wall. So, basically, just like the other one, what you want to do is, since you got two in that one place, use one of them right here. And, I mean, the slide is literally right here. This is where you go down from. It's right here. Slide down in here, that's the pool of water you get out of. So, you basically just make your way back here. The only part difference from what I did before is the other way sends you straight to the top, but again, that's like if you haven't died, if you're basically, you know, just loaded a save, that seems to do the same thing. Takes you right out of the cave, puts you right at the entrance, you walk right out, and you're safe. But I wanted to show you the correct way out, just because I feel like otherwise it doesn't show you a way to get out. I mean, it still is the fastest way. You obviously have to bob and weave things. There's a lot of the little baby creature things all over the floor. And then right here, hop down here. Takes you to this nice little short exit. It's a lot of straight lines as long as you follow the right pathway. There is, like I said, several breaks in the path that take you to other small little items, but nothing super like important, I would say. There, I think, is a couple. There may be an attachment or two inside that one. So there is some side paths in there that would be kind of good to go on. I think I fought my way through that one, but it definitely is a good way to get out of here. But then you have everything that you need. You have your shovel right here. You have the rebreather basically over here in the corner for when you do, you know, if you need it anywhere else. I don't know if there's other places yet. Then over here we have our rope gun, and I have yet to try it on the actual zipline, so I don't know how much. I don't know how the ziplines work when you try it yourself, but you have that accessible. And so with this, basically, it makes it so you can start digging holes to get into some of the flashy spots on the map, which eventually will get you open to almost anything else. So if you want to see any more of these tutorials, if you like this one, if it helped you at all, let me know in the comments below. I'm only doing this mostly because I had so many questions on it, and also because I feel like it you know, this is something that I wanted to find out when I was playing, on how to get all these things. And so I was super happy when I finally found each one of these in the order that I found them. But yeah, thank you for watching. I'll see you in the next video. Bye bye for now.